What is the meaning of underwriting? Well, when it comes to real estate investing, the meaning of underwriting is a little bit different than what it means in lending. All right. I do have a lender on my team. She underwrites deals for clients who want to purchase homes, and she'll underwrite them for us if we want to get a conventional loan to purchase them. So the meaning of underwriting for a lender is slightly different than the meaning of underwriting for a real estate investor, especially a creative real estate investor. So when I say underwriting, I'm talking about what is the meaning of underwriting as it relates to real estate investing, especially creative real estate investing. So first and foremost, the word underwriting, it simply just describes the process that you go through to identify the financial risks associated to a deal. So that means, let's say if you are a buy-in holder, you're a fix and flipper, you are a creative real estate investor, a wholesaler, whatever it is, and you're looking for residential single-family homes to purchase or to wholesale or to fix and flip or rent or buy and hold, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, once you identify with that property, now you have to underwrite that property to determine if it's a good deal. How do you determine if it's a good deal? Well, you have to identify with the financial risks associated to it. So that means you have to figure out how much is it going to cost to enter the deal and how much you're going to make when you exit the deal. And again, entering the deal is all about acquisition. What is it going to cost for me to acquire this? In other words, what are the acquisition costs associated to it? Now, if it's a creative real estate deal, your acquisition costs are probably going to be slightly different than it would be if it was a conventional deal. For example, if it's a conventional deal, one of the first acquisition costs would be a down payment, because if a bank is going to give you a loan, they're going to require some type of down payment. All right. They may require you to have some type of reserves. So there are certain costs. Maybe there are some repairs. With a creative deal, it may not be a down payment, but it may be arrears that you're paying up if the homeowner is behind. It may be some type of money that's going to the seller because they're going to want to walk away with some money if they're giving you the property through a creative transaction. There may be commissions, there may be assignment fees, there may be repairs or whatever those costs are, but I just like to combine them all as costs of acquisition. All right, I want to know what my total cost of acquisition is, and I know I want to exit this deal. So while I'm underwriting, I'm going to identify with what strategy am I going to use to exit it. Am I going to fix it and flip it and resell it? Am I going to fix it and hold it and rent it? Is it going to be a lease? Is it going to be a lease option? Is it going to be some type of creative strategy that I use as owner financing? Whatever that exit strategy is, there will be what we call CODs, or cost of disposition. So when I'm underwriting a deal, I am simply identifying with the financial risks associated to purchasing a specific property. All right. Now, of course, there are some other aspects of this property or deal or potential deal that you might want to look at. You want to look at the community or the neighborhood. You want to look at if the market is trending upward or downward. There are some other things. You want to look at the appreciation value. Is it moving quickly? Is it slow? There are going to be some depreciation opportunities in this property. So there are other things, but just to simplify it, when you think of the word underwriting and you want to figure out what does it mean to underwrite, that's exactly what you should be thinking about. Identifying the financial costs or risks associated to purchasing a property that could be a potential deal. Just because you got a house or a piece of property that you're looking at doesn't mean it's a deal. What makes it a deal is how you properly underwrite that property. Or in other words, what makes it a deal is how you identify the financial risk to determine What are the costs to get in it? Acquisition costs. What are the money? What is the amount of money I'm gonna get out of it? And what are the costs associated with getting out of it? And once you combine those numbers together, you put that against what you put in, what you get out. There's going to be a cash on cash return. There's going to be this ROI. And that's essentially you underwriting the deal. Of course, if you have any questions, I have underwriting worksheets. I have video tutorials, and I have regular meetups here at my headquarters in Buckhead, Atlanta, as well as virtual meetups where we do underwriting exercises, because I believe underwriting is one of the most valuable assets you can have, whether you are a deal finder, bringing investors deals, a wholesaler, assigning deals, or whether you're the end buyer investor yourself. Knowing how to become the best at underwriting is one of the most valuable skill sets you can have, and you will be an asset to the real estate investment community.